Welcome to the strength element of this program. We're going to go through all the beginners exercises here, and before we get started, I want to show you the setup for all these exercises. So you're going to be doing them at the most optimized way to incorporate abdominal muscles and your pelvic floor. So as we've taught you already, the pelvic floor and the tummy muscles are optimized on your exhale. So we exhale through these strength exercises on the hardest phase of the exercise, and I will show you that, so don't you worry. But to get you started, we want to always have 20% through these tummy muscles at the beginning of each exercise. So that's holding these muscles just by 20%, not holding them all the way in, it's not hyperpressive, it is just holding at 20%. And having the pelvic floor secure, so it's like a zip up between the pubic bone and your tailbone. So that's your setup. And the apparatus you're going to need is your band. So you will know already that we'll need one. So have this to hand. Some of these exercises will require it. I look forward to seeing you on the first exercise. We're going to start with squats. So we're going to get our legs in position to start with. So the hip width apart, or just slightly wider. And we're going to start with the movement in our pelvis. So we start by rocking the pelvis back, breath in as we go down, breath out. I want you to close and lift the pelvic floor and draw those abdominals back to your spine. And then squeeze your bottom cheeks together. So breathing in and breathing out. Close and lift, pelvic floor, tummy muscles back and bottom cheeks together. So that's 1, 2, 3 things as we come up to stand on the exhale. So let's do this. 10 repetitions or up to 15. So I'm going to do 15, but you stop anytime you feel you've done enough or you feel uncomfortable. You want to feel a good bit of burn in your legs. So let's go. So breathing in. 1. Exhale at the top. 2. Don't forget the pelvic floor. 3. 4. 5. 6. I'm going to do side angle. 7. Breath in as we go down. 8. 9. You can have the hands out in front. 10. Don't forget your bottom cheeks. 11. So if you've done enough now, that's fine, but I'm going to go all the way to 15. 12. 13. 14. Drive the bottom to the back of the room. And 15. Well done. Right, we're going to go on to do lateral raise, which is basically movement out to the side, just so you understand. We're working the side of our arms, the tops of our shoulders too, and getting our whole arm nice and strong. And also building a little bit of muscle too, which will increase our metabolism. So we're going to get the band set up, get hold of your band, place it under one foot, and place it ideally under the foot that's the opposite side to the side we're going to drive the arm outwards. The legs, doesn't matter how wide they are, maybe just a little slightly wider than hip width. And again, you set up position, abdominals set by 20%, and we're going to breathe in here and breathe out and take the arm out and across. As you can see, my leg hooks a little in the way, so I'm just going to take it a little back so the arm can go clear out to the side. So I'll do this together. So we're going to go for between 8 and 10, because actually out to the side can feel a little bit harder. So we'll have a go. So let's go. Breathing in to begin. Exhale. Breathing out. 1. Again, adjust the resistance to make sure it's the right level of resistance for yourself. If you want it a little easy to begin with, that's no problem. That's 2. Breathing out. 3. And 4, drawing up the pelvic floor. 5. 6, keep it going, you're doing really good. 7. And 8, keeping that arm nice and straight and just to shoulder height. 8. Should feel a bit achy. 9, let's try and get to 10. Exhale and 10. Oh, mine's a bit shaky. Okay, well done. Let's go to the other side now. Getting those strong arms, holding baby. You're doing really good. Getting onto the opposite side now, taking that leg slightly back and find the right level of resistance again for yourself. And nice and long, set position through those abdominals. And breathe in to begin. Exhale. Get the arm nice and straight. 2. Just the shoulder height as well. And 3. I'm just checking to make sure. 4. Let's bring that pelvic floor in. 5. And 6. You should feel a good bit of tension here. If it feels too much, you just lengthen your band a little, like I've just done. And 8. 9. All the way to the end if you can. And 10. And hold there briefly and release. Well done. So we're going to do lunges from the beginning, beginning with our legs separated. So I'm going to turn my position to this. We have a split stance. And we're going to take the back foot away so it's far enough away to be on your toes at all times. And when we drop down, I'm going to place my hands on my hips and we're going to breathe in as we drop down. And this knee is the knee that's going to drive down vertically to the floor, and your body ideally would stay vertical too. So we're going to breathe in here and breathe out, squeezing that bottom cheek. So I want you to make note of what's happening with this leg, because this leg, the knee stays in line with the ankle as much as possible. And this foot, my rear foot, stays on their toes. So if you're okay and good with this, we're going to do 10 each leg. So we're going to do this all together now. So get yourself in position and set yourself up and let's go. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, squeeze that bottom cheek. Let's incorporate the tummy muscles on that breath out. That's 2, and the pelvic floor 2. Breath in, breath out. 3, pelvic floor comes up 2. 4, 5, 6, don't forget that bottom cheek. 7, 8, it might feel a bit shaky. Let's go all the way to 10. 9, breath in. 10. Let's change legs. Okay, straight over. Again, shuffle that foot all the way back, the rear leg, so you stay on your toes at all times. It's ideal if you have got no shoes on your feet, or trains on your feet, so you've got good grip and you can feel the floor. Breathing out, 1. Exhale, 2, bottom cheek squeezed. 3, tummy muscles as well on that exhale. 4, 5, keeping upright. 6, don't worry about that leg going all the way to the floor. 7, within your range. 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Well done for completing. So if you can do another set on your own, that would be wonderful. For this exercise, we're going to need your band. So it's shoulder press. We're going to place it on the floor, flat, and place it under one foot. And taking the other side of the band into the opposite hand. We're going to take the legs slightly hip width apart, and we're going to drive the hand up to the ceiling to work into the shoulders. But before we do that, just a couple of things to check. The hand, when we are coming down to this position, we need to make sure the band has got a good bit of tension. We don't want to see anything like this. where the band is too baggy, because then you won't have enough resistance for the work that we're going to place into the shoulder. Now, if you feel uncomfortable with it too taut, too resistant, then feel free to begin with it a little loose. But I would advise to have it at least a little taut. Okay, so we can start here, breath in. Nice and long and aligned, knees on our flock, breathing out as we drive the hand all the way up. And we're going to draw those abdominal muscles to your spine and close and lift the pelvic floor. Breathing in, come back down. Breathing out, driving up. So this is fairly straightforward. So we're going to go and do ours together. So we're going to go for 12. So let's get this in position. Exhale, 1. I'm just going to shorten this band. It's very long. I'm not good. 2. Breathing out. 3. 4. Driving up the pelvic floor. 5. 6. Breath out as we lift. 7. 8. 9. 10. You can stop there if you feel a bit achy, or you can go all the way to 12. 11. Exhale, close and lift the pelvic floor. 12. And then we're going to go straight to the other side, so changing over. So we're going to do curtsy next for the beginners. So taking your feet to the edge of your mat if you're on a mat, and hip width apart. So the breath is on the movement, and the exhale is when we come back to center. So keep those hips nice and square and facing forward, and we take that leg back, breathe in as we dip down. The knee at the front doesn't go too far forward. We want to keep it above the ankle as much as possible, but it does move past it. Mine does too, as you can see. Breathe in, breathe out, and you come back to beginning and squeeze your bottom cheeks, close the pelvic floor, draw your abdominals back to your spine. So let's do that again. So this is 2. Breathing in. Exhale as you come together. 3. 4. We're going to go to 12. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's go to the other side now. Breath in. Exhale as we come together, remember, drawing up the pelvic floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nearly there, 8, 9, 10, just 2 more, breathing in, stepping out, 11, exhale, 12, bottom cheeks, draw the pelvic floor, abdominals to your spine. Well done. Right, we're going to do front raises next using your band. You get hold of your band now. There's 2 ways of doing this depending on the length of your band. So we get the band, place the foot into the middle, and we take the feet hip width apart. So this exercise, before I demonstrate it, is to work your arms to get nice, beautiful, strong arms and have some tone too. So we're going to begin by taking the hands down and work one side and then the other. So breathing out. Close and lift the pelvic floor, that breath out. Breathing in and coming down. And then we go to the other side, breathing out. So before we do the reps together, I'm just going to accommodate for those people that may have a shorter band and that you may just have to do it single. So you go up, breathing in and down. Exhale and up and down. So since our body is set up like this, I'm going to do it like this because we are only working one arm at beginner's level anyway. So let's get started. We're going to do 10 repetitions because it is quite hard to get the shoulder height, and we're going to hold it at the top very momentarily while we breathe out and incorporate the pelvic floor and your abdominal muscles. So keep it nice and aligned and long and strong. Take the hand down straight, and then we're going to breathe out and take it to shoulder height. Breathe out, close and lift. That's number 1. And 2. 3. Hold it nice and firm. 4. If you feel like you can do a little bit more, you can always shorten the band. 5. Bring in that pelvic floor. 6. And those tummy muscles. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And release. We're going to go to the other side. So either do double or we'll do single. I'm going to stick with single for now. So again, get your set up, nice and ready. Everything's set. So you've got a little bit of 20% through your tummy muscles. Breath in, exhale, lift. Getting that tension through the tummy and drawing the pelvic floor, that breath out. Let's go into 2. 3. Hope you're enjoying it. And 4. Starting to feel a bit of ache. And 5. 6. 7. Let's keep it going. 8. We're nearly there. Breathing out. 9. Bringing that pelvic floor. Exhale. And 10. Hold briefly. Tummy muscles back. And release. Well done. Right, we're going to do deadlift, and you may have heard of this before, this exercise, but often it's done with a barbell. When we're doing that, we're going to do it with the band. So grab your band, and we're going to place it under both feet. So place your band down, place your feet over the top, and try and get it even, and holding the ends on either side in each hand. So the legs are hip width apart. You set position in your abdominal muscles, so you've got 20% held towards your spine. And we're going to just check how long your band is, so that the shorter the band is, the more resistance you have. We're going to fold and lean, basically bend over. Put your tailbone to the back of the room, and back is straight. Your head is in front, not looking to the floor. And we're going to fold down to here. So this is your beginning here. So breathe in and then breathe out. Draw up the pelvic floor, abdominal muscles to your spine, squeeze your glutes. Let's do that again before we start the actual number of reps. Breathing in here, breathing out at the top. So this is working your glutes and the whole of the back part of your body. So your lower back, which is key for new moms, and really beautiful for those legs and getting the strong hamstrings and calves. So let's begin. We're going to do 10. So let's do this. Get yourself all nicely set up. Breathe in. Let's go. Looking straight ahead. Exhale. 1. Exhale. 2. Drawing those muscles towards your spine, your tummy muscles like this, and your pelvic floor through the center of your body. 3. 4. You can loosen or shorten your band. 5. This is not a squat, so make sure that bottom goes back and the knees only come a slightly off log. 6. 7, 8. Feeling it through the backs of your legs. 9 and 10. Well done. So we're going to do chest press next. Grab your bands. We're going to do it with the band so we can get strong in our upper body across our chest, and it helps our posture too, because after, again, new mums, we lean forward, we're feeding, in the breastfeeding or bottle feeding, we're leaning like this, and these muscles get really shortened and weak, so we need to work those muscles. So this is to help us be able to build up to doing press-ups. So take your band, place it behind you, and if you've got hair that's long, just tie it up so that you're not catching the band on your hair, and get it straightened up as much as you can. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly straight, and it should be running across your bra strap or the back of your crop top. Okay, we're going to place our arms up so they're kind of shoulder height, and feet are just nice and relaxed, hip width apart. Set position in your abdominals, and you're going to breathe in as we drive the arms forward, and we're going to breathe, wrong way around. Breathing out as we extend the arms forward. So we breathe in to begin, and then exhale and extend those arms forward. And draw up the pelvic floor, and the tummy muscles come towards your spine. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Okay, so we'll do that together. So we're going to do 10. And let's begin. Get yourself set up. Make sure it's nice and comfortable on the back of your you, and make sure you've got enough resistance too. So the key thing is that those elbows stay high. You don't do it here like this. Okay, we want it a little higher, so it just works a little further into this part here. Okay, so let's go. Breathing out. 1, 2, breath in here. 3, 4, and 5. Don't forget to breathe out at the front. 6, incorporating pelvic floor and those abdominal muscles. 7, 8, doing good. 9. If it feels too much, you can just lengthen your band. And 10, holding there briefly, lengthen out, and lifting the pelvic floor, and release. Well done. Okay, we're going to start work on our legs now, again. So we're going to take a step out, we're going to work into the outer part of our leg and inner part of our leg with side lunges. So get yourself set up. We don't need any equipment for this one, and set 20% through those abdominal muscles and hands onto the hips. So if you're on your mat, take yourself to one side so you're ready to take the leg away. So the movement on this is you step out, this leg stays straight and this leg bends. So I'm going to do a demonstration before we begin. So we step out, breath in, breath out. Drive those legs together and we squeeze the glutes, draw up the pelvic floor and draw those abdominals back. All on the exhale again. Okay, so if you're ready, let's go. We're going to go for between 8 and 10 on each side. If you feel fatigued by 8, feel free to stop there. If it feels achy and you want to stop before we move to the other side. So let's begin. Breathing in, breathing out. Pelvic floor, abdominals. That's 2 and 3. 4, 5, really good. Make sure the ankle and knee are as lined as possible. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. We're going off to the other side, so move over to the other side on your mat and keep that foot nice and stable. Again, this leg stays straight and this leg is the one that's going to bend at the knees. So let's go. Breathing in. 1, 2, really hinge that hip back. 3. Squeeze those glutes. 4. 5. Bring those abdominals in as you come together. 6. Pelvic floor as well on the breath out. 7. 8. 9. Try and keep those legs in line too. And 10. Great stuff. Well done. We're going to do glutes now, so we're going to come down to the floor. No equipment needed. Just make sure you've got something to protect your knees. If your knees are starting, you've got achy knees, because that often happens for new mums. So how to do that is you just fold your mat into the middle a little. You've got a bit of an overlap, a bit of extra padding, and place your hands down. So you want to check your position before we begin, before we do some work on our bottoms, which is really key for strong pelvic floor. And obviously it's a part of our bodies that a lot of us like to feel more confident in. So placing your hands, so your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. And so you're in all fours position, that's what we call it. So we're going to drive one leg out behind and lift it. I'm going to do a full range movement. So this is just me demonstrating, so don't worry to begin yet. And the breath out is on the driving back. So we're going to do a 10 on each leg. So get yourself in position. We're going to breathe in as we begin, and tummy muscles up by 20% again. So set position, and we breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Keep your back straight. 4. Squeeze those glutes. 5, 6, 7. Breathing out. 8, 9, and 10. Let's go straight to the other side. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3. Keeping 20% through the tummy. 4. Pelvic floor on that breath out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Good work. So we're going to do another lying exercise, and that is single leg circles. So I'm going to demonstrate before we do it all together. So you're going to come down nice and gently down to the floor, and you notice how I come down nice and gently and roll up to the side. This is so that we don't place any pressure on our front line of our tummy muscles while they're healing. So come down. Okay, so both feet flat on the floor. And then we're going to take one leg up to the ceiling. And I'm going to just make sure enough away from this wall. And this foot is flat, but the knee is bent. Point the toes, and the movement comes from the hip. So we're going to go out and return. Breathing in, breathing out. So let's do this all together. Get yourself in position. And get your back imprinted, your spine imprinted into the floor. Extend that leg, and the movement comes from the hip. So we're going to breathe in, breathing out. So we're going to do 6 in each direction. That's 2, 3. You can do smaller movements if it feels uncomfortable to go too loud or you struggle. 4, 5, and 6. We're going to go in the opposite direction now. 1, 2, breathing out as you return. 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to go straight onto the opposite side. Just make sure you've got enough room. I'm just going to shuffle forward to the side. Point the toes and circling. 1. Breathing in, exhale as you return. Last 1 in this direction and change direction. Breathe in as you circle, exhale as you return to the body. Point the toes, keep that leg as straight as you can. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Placing the feet down. And well done.